Hey YouTube, Kim Brzelik here. Um, I've been putting off chores ever since I got my mini lathe. My honey-do list just got forgotten. So the last 2 days I've kind of started working on some of those items, and I got the lawnmower running. Just kind of took the air filter housing off and sprayed the carburetor out with some compressed air and just cleaned things up. And there was a spring that was not in its notch, so it might have been now 2 millimeters or maybe 1 millimeter more taut than it should have been. And something tells me that that was enough to throw it off. But well, got the Ford Edge, coolant leak, power steering leak. Got the power steering leak fixed. Good for that right now. F-150, transmission leak. Going the JB Weld route there, and that's yet to be determined. But my front left brake had been sticking, and then at times I'd get to an intersection and my front left tire would be smoking. And so I thought, grease the caliper pins and put it back together and roll. Well, not so much. And, I attribute that to my obsession with running this mini lathe. God forbid if I had anything bigger. Speaking of the mini lathe, I have a question, which is basically the reason for this video. I had stripped out a gear, the 80 tooth gear, and I had been running the 65 tooth gear in its place. And, thinking about buying a set of gears, a set of steel gears. And I went on the cheap. I find a guy out there on eBay who, well, let's look at it this way. Harbor Freight is set up default 2080-2080. Now, this guy has a 2080-1590. So I got my 80, but the 80 tooth gear is a two-piece gear, or two gears on one piece. So the 80 tooth and the 15 tooth are one gear. And then the 90. So it's supposed to give a smoother finish and yada, 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 yada. So I can get some light here. This is the 80. This is the 15, which was previously a 20, and then this is the 90. Just your thoughts and opinions on that. Seems to run well. I probably have a little more engagement of the gears. I need to go back and adjust that, I think. But everything runs fine. And I do notice that the carriage auto feed runs much slower. Nearly not perceivable. You can see it better watching the handle here. And I don't know how many RPMs that is. Every time I do that plug, So I would normally run at 600 and 800 RPMs. So we're coming up on 600 here. Maybe I don't run it to 800. That seemed awful fast. If you could just give me your thoughts and opinions on that gear ratio, I'd appreciate it. I know you'll be there for me, Ian. Hey, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it.